Hello, I am Felauke and this is my Stella Development Laboratory guide in English language, which, which comes up a bit late comparing to the patch release date, but it's always half a year faster than Saivo. So, let's get it started. In the beginning we have a path, downwards path, that has lots of canal slimes and cesspit cladworms and other stuff on the way. You can kill it one by one, but our party is strong enough to have it killed all at once. Enough AoE does the job. We also took the slimes and other shit from right beneath the boss. Why? I will explain it in a moment. So, after killing all the slimes, we start to prepare for the fight. As you can see, this strange switch appeared after defeating the slimes nearby. We used this strange switch in order not to get flooded by contamination by acid. If we don't use the strange switch fast enough, we will get flooded by acid and we will all die. So, in every part when the group of slimes will be there, kill it, strange switch will appear, you use it and you are safe for a period of time. Oh, like here. There are another strange canal slimes, but for now the road is blocked by the barrier of contamination, so for now don't worry about it. So me as attacking person is engaging the fight. For now, you could see that I've been hitting the boss only by 1 point of damage, because the circle of light didn't appear yet. After using the switch, the circle of light will start to appear, and when the boss is pulled into the circle, he can actually be damaged. Blinding attack is the first skill that has to be not really avoid, but dealt in a way like I'm saying now. The target who is going to be affected by blinding attack has to stay in the circle of light, so he won't die in an instant, but will be dealt some damage like the other group members that stand nearby him. But it's always better than dying. So you can see that blinding attack is being cast few seconds after the circle of light appears. So it's the best for you, for everyone, for every member of the team to stay inside the circle of light, because blinding attack is being cast pretty fast, and you might not be able to deliver the message about being targeted fast enough, and you will die, and we don't want you to die. So, keeping going, Toxic Rain is a frontal conical skill that deals damage and puts a dot on us. So the dot is dispelled, and the boss fight continues. As you could see, the explosion appeared, the barrier of contamination disappeared, and you can proceed to another strange canal slimes. Kill slimes as soon as you can. One member of your group is responsible for activating the switch, and after the first barrier we have explosive spore burst skill. it will spawn the explosive spores, which have to be killed as soon as possible, because after around 3 or 5 seconds they will explode, killing all the group members. So explosive spores appears, they are being destroyed. It is worth to mention that explosive spores leave a spot of contamination after they're killed, so be careful and not stand in the spot of contamination. And as earlier, boss to the light, blinding attack at Kavo. Kavo is in the circle, so it's fine. Toxic smash strike doesn't really affect us. And the fight is kept going on. Another explosion, another barrier is destroyed. Another slimes have to be defeated in order to use this strange switch. Oh, I forgot to mention that after you can reach the next part, your mana is drained. All your mana is drained. So it is a good option to save mana regeneration skill or any mana potion to replenish your mana a bit. Unless you have a bard. Another explosive spore burst. Spores are killed, light circle of light appears, and you can keep going with the fight. A steady blinding attack. Estelle stays in the circle, everything is fine. As you can see, close to the moment where the circle of light disappears, at this point, after the second barrier, you have a dialogue. Drog wants to restore his energy by absorbing decayed cells. That means when That means when the dialogue appeared, some, let's call it blobs, some blobs will appear at the spot where the boss stood when the dialogue appeared. So what you have to do is to pull the boss far away from this spot, because when he will reach the blobs, he will get healed very much, and we don't want the boss to be healed. So what I do now is, as you can see, I'm pulling the boss away and my team is taking care of the blobs. You can see them in the distance. Crumbled Drog Vault, that's their name. Another circle of light, another explosion, another strange canal slimes to kill. And till the end the mechanics keep going on the same as earlier. The boss loads ancient item and ancient PV enchantment stone bundle. Okay, proceeding further, you just go the way through, and here you have to go right to the lift. Don't mind me, I got carried away. Go down with the lift here. You're going down with the lift, and there you have a labyrinth of shelves, like a warehouse or something like that. And there are mobs on the way. If your party is not strong enough to pull all the mobs till the end, you can kill them step by step. But our party is strong enough to take them all on, so we just keep going to the moment where we can kill everything at once. Like that. Okay. With this boss, remember that every group member has to go through the door before the boss fight starts, because when the boss fight starts, the door is being shut and you will not be able to go in again. So you can see 3 ladders. Mind this fact, I will mention this later. So me as a tanking person is taking the boss. The boss is putting spot of contamination every time, almost every time when he does an auto attack, or every 2 auto attacks, doesn't matter. He does it really often, and it doesn't really affect me, but I'm sure that when they will be stacked, I will feel pain. So the point is to move boss every time when the spot of contamination will appear. So crippling deadly cut, not an important skill, nothing to be worried about. Boss also spawns some ads that can be, how to say, that can be annoying to our supports, but if your supports are strong enough and not complaining about being hit by ads, then don't mind it. They can kite them and you don't have to worry. But if you're getting complaints from any of your support, just kill the mobs. They are easy to kill, they do not have that much HP, so they can also be killed plenty fast. Our supports feel okay with the mobs on, so we just keep going. Moving the boss every time when the spot of contamination appears. Deliberate strike. It's the first deliberate strike the boss uses. The first deliberate strike is not important, don't be afraid of it, because it doesn't deal much damage. Just take it on your chest and go on. And also the dialogue, the attacker has appeared. I mentioned the ladders earlier. The ladders lead to the the ladders lead to the towers where our friendly NPCs are, and they make this debuff on the boss. When the attacker appears, the hostile NPCs appear near our friendly NPCs. So that means 3 of our DPSs have to climb up the ladders and kill the hostile mobs. And that's all about it. As you can see, our guys went there and they took care of the mobs. This was just a missed target. Our cleric enchanter feel good. They're just okay with the mobs hitting them, nothing to worry about. Epidemic. This skill gives a dot on the target that lasts for a minute, and since we have good DPS, it doesn't affect us much, but because we go onto ladders only once. But if your party will experience the fight for a longer period of time, you will probably be not able to reach the ladders. So that will mean the less number of people can enter the ladders. But don't worry, our friendly NPCs are also tough, and even 2 people can manage it. So don't worry. So Epidemic was used. After there is another crippling deadly cut, and as you can see, now I'm staying in the spot of contamination, because after those 2 skills, second deliberate strike is going to be used, and this deliberate strike deals tons of damage and kills everything on its way. but fortunately it's just a frontal skill, so it can be easily avoided by going onto the back of the boss. So for now I just don't want to run around with the boss, and I'm just waiting for the deliberate strike. Let's see. Deliberate strike is being cast, and I will use rapid rush to get out of there. So deliberate strike is dodged, fight goes on, boss is dead, and he got one ancient item and one ancient bag. So after the fight we go back through the warehouse, go up the lift again, and proceed further. Go upstairs. You can see the crumbled floor there. Just jump over the holes. Go to the second side and get to the second door. Another door, let's say another door. To the ENG production laboratory, as the game says. You can see here laboratory guardian golem, which has to be killed in order to make an entrance to the further room. You can see the door is opened. You can see there another laboratory guardian golem also here. I don't remember if laboratory defense golems have to be also killed, but we usually aggro almost everything since we have good teams, so we don't worry about that. So stuff is killed, the door is opened, and there is another boss. To mention here, when the boss fight starts, you can see the devices appearing. Small defense system here, small detonators here, small disarmers, and small confusers. Okay, so small disarmers are used to remove the boss's shield. In the area of explosion, the boss's shield will be removed. I got lost in the video, don't worry. Small defense system is used to get a shield that will protect us from the skill. I will explain you later. Small detonators deals a lot of damage, tons of damage. You will be killed in an instant if you will be in the area of explosion of the small detonator. And small confusers paralyzes the targets in the area of explosion. So small detonators are used to destroy this laboratory defense tower. It deals 12,500 damage to a target, but it doesn't really affect us since our support is good. So we just don't mind this thing. But if you feel difficulties about the laboratory defense tower, you can actually destroy it by pulling the small detonator here and killing it from the distance when nobody will get damage from the small detonator. So the fight goes on. And you can see that boss is getting a shield. So I am responsible for removing the shield, and I pull the small disarmer near the boss and destroy it close to him. Make it as close as possible to the well where the boss stands, because sometimes it happens that the small disarmer is too far to remove the shield. So try to make it as close as possible to the boss. So going further, Remember about the blue circles that appear on the ground, because they deal damage, and we don't want unnecessary damage, so just watch your ground, watch your feet, and don't stand in the blue circles. We had enough DPS to avoid the mechanic with the small defense system, but for the purpose of the guide, I asked my friends to stop DPS and we will show you the mechanic. There was another shield in the meanwhile. Here you can see strong electrical waves can be felt dialogue. So, when strong electrical waves can be felt, we all go to the small defenses system, but we don't destroy them until the boss will start casting this skill, Powerful Electricity Wave. When he starts to cast Powerful Electricity Wave, we destroy all the small... One would be enough probably, but since we are AoE, we destroy all the defense system, and we will get a shield that will reduce the damage greatly. This skill would one-shot us all. Maybe not me, but the rest of my team would be one-shot. But with this shield, it's fine. It's just fine. We can survive it. And the fight goes till the end. Another shield, and the boss is dead. He gives us one legendary item and one ancient item. So we go back to the vault. Oh, in the meanwhile you can see I fell down, but don't worry, you can come back just by going further. And there is a gate to the last boss. Everyone teleports, and when everyone will be inside the room, nobody except the tank is moving. You have to keep blinking when you enter the boss room. Only tank is moving and brings the boss to the one of the corners. As you can see, I started to dealing only 1 point of damage to him now, because I will explain you in a moment. You can see there is a pull, so that's why the other members didn't move, in order to not get pulled, because after pull there is a current smash. Current smash deals damage in an area of 15 meters, and everyone in the area is dead. Is literally dead. So just run away from it to the blue spot that appears just to the blue spot that appears after. So you can see that also floor has started to grow red, and standing at the red ground also means that you're dead. So come to the blue spot, boss will follow you, and when boss will reach the blue spot, he can be actually damaged. Now he's using electrical wave, not really painful, but it paralyzes us for 3 seconds. Nothing to worry about, just let him do it. And the boss is in the blue spot. Tank moves. Tank is responsible to keep boss in the blue spot, and everyone except the tank moves behind the boss. I will explain you in a moment why. Electricity wave, that's why. Electricity wave deals tons of frontal damage, but since I'm boosted AT, AT's got an incredible boost for PvE defense, so I can easily withstand it. So, only I took damage, everyone was behind, it's fine. Okay, we got knockdown. Remember, if you got multiple knockdowns, every knockdown moves you a little bit back. So, if boss will keep constantly knocking you back, you can suddenly reach red floor, and you don't want to reach red floor. So if the fight is being continued in the one spot, you try to go back to the previous spot every knockdown. Remember about that. Not really important if you keep moving, but just keep that in mind. Okay, we move to the to another blue spot. Fight keeps going. Nothing important happens here. Another electricity wave. Everyone is behind. I'm in front of the boss. It's fine. Pull. Remember what happened after pull? After pull, there is a current smash. With pull, you also receive slow effect. So the cleric is responsible to remove the slow with AoE dispel. And you have to run away at least 15 meters from the boss. So the slow is dispelled, we all run away to the next blue spot, and the fight is just kept going. As you can see here, I failed a bit to move the boss, but I'm compensating for that as fast as I can, and the fight continues. Nothing spectacular happens here. Fight goes till the end because we have enough DPS to finish it in time. I said in time. This fight has no time limit, but we managed to finish it before the ultimate mechanic of the boss, let's call it like that. We didn't reach the mechanic, but I will show you this on the video of our Korean friends. Okay, it's for normal mode, but it also appears in easy mode if you haven't got enough DPS. So you can see the boss disappeared and he teleported to the platform. Floor is not glowing anymore. So the button appeared and there is a gate. Gate is being opened by pressing the button, and do it as soon as possible because the floor will start to glow red from this side to this side, and after a short time all the floor will be glowing red and you don't want to be killed. So do it as fast as you can and keep going. Glide to the boss, and as you can see, boss is spawning some ads here. You just kill the ads. He will use one electrical wave, paralyzing targets, but don't worry. The most important is to kill the ads here and to use the switch. As you can see, the boss is starting to use devastating skill that will kill us. So half of the members uses the switches here and half of the group teleports through the portal to the other platform and is using the buttons here. So loading, we all use the switch. You can see here the platform with yellow glowing light. So after the switches are done, keep going, Korean friends. You can see it started to glow blue. You jump in there and you receive the HP buff, great increase of HP. As you can see, you have over 1 million of HP, so that you can survive the attack of the boss. And after that you continue with the earlier mechanics. So the boss loots on easy mode. The boss loots 3 legendary items and one legendary PvE stone, and there is a chance to get one ultimate item. It's a top or helmet. So Remember, it's just a possibility. For example, we did 5 runs today and got no ultimate, so keep that in mind. That's the cost of easy mode. On normal mode it's 100% loot. So, thank you for watching. To be honest, I don't really care about my YouTube channel, but I will be grateful for I will be grateful for following my Twitch channel where I stream my Ion gameplay. The stream is mainly in Polish, but I'm not afraid of using English, so if you will be using English in my chat, I will surely answer you. So thank you for watching and follow my Twitch channel. See you around. Bye.